So I got tired and sloppy, so I didn't film removing the bead lock. You just ratchet strap, bind it up. You really need to get it smaller than that. I'll have to undo it and redo it. And then you can kind of, pull it up and out. Getting it back in is harder. Oh, and then I found a little tiny screw or nail, and all this is the gauze up right here. This would be a perfect candidate for plugging it. But guess who's out of plugs and needs the truck in the morning? And I could put the spare on and run it, but then I wouldn't have a spare. Actually, I do have one other mounted spare, but it's buried. And this tire needed fixing, so fix it we shall. Now I'm going to get the grinder out, buzz that hole, and get it coated with some rubber cement. Get that first coat hardening. Then I can wipe all the rocks I got in this thing out. and the rust. Oh. Hardest part's getting all apart. That is the hardest part. Oh, so I didn't think I had the adequate patching media, and I was going to old school it, right? Which means double layer inner tube. So you cut a dime size patch and you center it carefully over the hole, and you kneel and you roll and whatnot, and then you cut a dollar coin size patch and you set it over the top of the first one, and you do it again. But then I found this in the bottom of the drawer. So, lucky boy. I can't remember if these needed the rubber cement on them or not. I will try it without, and if it doesn't stick, by God, we'll do it again. Oh yeah, she's gonna stick fine. Okay. And it's a radial patch, not that it's gonna matter any. And this girl, like I said, I was gonna old school inner tube it. It's an awful lot of work just to do that. Well, it's done now. So clean out the inside of the tire as best I can. And then wire brush the rims. Hopefully put this thing back together. Oops, I did it again. I just lose track of what I'm doing and I forget to turn the camera on. So anyways, once I got it apart, patched it, right? And he cleaned up the edge of the rims with a wire wheel. You put the bead lock back in. You line the slot in the bead lock up with the air fill in the back wheel half. Drop that down from the back side. Flip the whole thing over. Then you lube up the O-ring, slip it down around the outside edge, then you lube up the inner flange of this thing, and you slide it together. And you roll the O-ring down in there far enough that it clips into the inner groove. And then you tighten the nuts and put air into it. Make sure that you have them all tight before you air it up, because take your head off. So while I got light, I'm going to get to that. So the light's failing. I'm out of time. I just couldn't keep filming. I tightened them back up. And one of the nice things about the bead locks is you don't have to fight them, right? Oh, the fights that we used to have to get them to seat the bead, they just don't exist with the bead locks. It's only the rubber O-rings. And I followed a trick. There's a guy I communicate with back east. He's got an A2. And he found that just, even if you don't run the tires all the way at their max pressure, run them all the way up once. And that'll help seat the O-rings. Anyways, these are old. They don't need to be max pressure. I took them to 80. If it's still 80 in the morning, we're golden. If it's not 80 in the morning, I'm going to say some words. But now it's time to get it on while there's still enough light to not lose the tools.